Are going to need a tape measure, a mat probably, and something. We're going to use dumbbells, but you're going to need something that is just an object, two of the same object. So it could be 2 cans of soup, it could be 2 water bottles, whatever you have at home is fine. Taylor, come over, and you're just going to stand comfortably with your feet about just right underneath your shoulders, and you're gonna put the tape measure around the widest part of the calves. Make sure that your tape measure is even all the way around and you're not squeezing so hard that it's causing an indent on the skin, but it's still snug to the body. Go ahead and take a look at where the 0 line is lining up with the tape measure on the other side, and you're just going to take note of that. I like to use centimeters. I think it's easier, so you can just go by tens. So it would be for Taylor 37.7. Go ahead and write that down. Well, don't write Taylor's number down, write whatever yours is. It does help if you're doing this on yourself to have a mirror in front of you so you can see exactly where the tape measure is. Then you're going to bring it up to the thigh. Again, looking for the widest part of the body. Go ahead and write that number down. For the hips, you do want to go the widest part of the hips. So for most of us, that's going to be around the glutes. So I'm going to go ahead, have Taylor hold this right at the bony part of her hip, and then go ahead, spin to the left. Oh, sorry, I messed you up. Spin that. Yeah, there you go. All right. And then you're just going to look from the side and make sure it is around the widest part. So right about there. For the waist, you want the smallest part, so go ahead, find your belly button. And usually for most people, the smallest part about their waist is just above that. If you're doing this at home, you can obviously lift up your shirt so it's right against the skin. Thank you. So right about there. And then we're going to bring it up to the biceps. You can do the shoulders, but I just find that it's pretty variable. All right, go ahead, relax your arm. Down by your side, yep. And again, the widest part of the biceps. And then last but not least is the neck. And the neck is going to be on an angle. Yeah, lift up your ponytail. Go ahead, turn to the side. So you can see I have her tape measure on a little bit of an angle there as opposed to straight across like the other measurements. Is a curl up test. There are metronome apps you can download. I'm going to keep it simple and use a YouTube video to help keep the cadence. So search curl up test on YouTube, and the very first video that comes up will keep count for you. This is what we're going to use our objects for. You want your feet about 12 inches from your bum. So you're going to lay back, and then you're going to push your fingertips down, and you're going to position those dumbbells 3 to 4 inches away from your fingertips. Then you're going to press play on your YouTube video.
Up, down, 18, up, down, 19.
I guess I can't do it either. And you're going to try and keep cadence with that YouTube video. It does count it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then whatever number you get, go ahead and record that. The muscular endurance for the chest. So females, hips forward, knees in line with the shoulders and the hips. Hands are underneath the shoulders, maybe just ever so slightly wider. Shoulder blades are back and down. We're going to inhale on the way down, bringing the tops of the arm parallel with the floor, and then exhale on the way up. So the only thing that's moving are my arms. The rest of my body is staying in the same position the entire time. For males, same thing, except for you're gonna do it from the toes, shoulder blades back and down, core tight, inhale down, exhale all the way up. If you find yourself going only halfway down, go ahead and count 3 strikes, you're out, kind of a deal. You want this to be as many continuous push-ups as you can do in a row. So as you start to get tired, resist the urge to pause at the top. It has to be as many continuous push-ups as you can do in a row. Plank test. So go ahead, come down to your mat. Shoulders are directly above your elbows. Toes are gonna tuck under, and we're gonna lift the hips up, creating a nice neutral spine. Pelvis is tucked under, core is tight, and you're just gonna hold this for as long as you can. If you notice your back starting to sag down or your hips starting to come up, go ahead and stop your timer. So you want to overhead squat test. So you're going to take your feet about shoulder width apart. You can have your toes slightly turned out if you want to. Bring your arms up by the sides of your head, but keep the shoulders relaxed down. Core tight. Inhale down into the squat. Exhale up. And you're going to continue to squat several times. If you're doing this for yourself at home, you're going to want to record yourself from the front, from the side, and from the back. And you're going to pay attention to what's happening at the knee, at the ankles, at the feet, at the back, and with the arms as well. Go ahead and follow the NASM overhead squat sheet and circle any problems that you might see.